Hello everybody, I am back with another video, and this is also Left 4 Dead 2 related. We're going to be doing a ranking on the Left 4 Dead 2 Special Infected. So, there's not that many. There's only 8, but, let's get into it. So first things first, we got is the Boomer, and the boomer, it's very important in versus. Like if you get a good boom, it's gonna be very easy to disorientate everybody and allow for the other special infected to be able to do something. But the boomer by itself and the fact that it can be heard is not very great. In my personal opinion, I'd probably rank the boomer as B tier. Like there's a huge difference between a good and a bad boomer. Like a non-wasted boomer and an actual boomer that did its job. So I'm going to put the boomer in B tier. Now we got the hunter. The hunter, I believe, is very, very dangerous, especially if you're alone. The fact that the hunter can probably take out the survivor the fastest compared to every other special infected besides the witch is pretty insane. Also the fact that it's stealthy. You can just spawn in and nobody's going to know you're a hunter until you crouch. And the fact that you can also do 25 pounds damage if you time it right from a high area, that is crazy. And also the fact that if it gets lit on fire, it will actually literally destroy the survivor faster. So, in my opinion, the hunter I think is an A tier special infected because it's just it's so dangerous, especially by itself. So, now you got the smoker. Now the smoker can be used pretty good. I mean, it can easily be countered if the survivor just shoves. But the smoker, it can be very used. I cannot talk. I'm sorry. It can be used very good to separate a survivor from a group. That's the smoker, and I think the smoker can cause a good bit of damage, but it really it doesn't compared to the hunter. It doesn't do fast enough damage, and it can be shot pretty fast as well. It can get some instas at some death spots on certain maps, but besides that, I think the smoker is in the same tier as the boomer, in my opinion. I'm gonna leave the tank for later. Now we got the charger. The charger, I think it is it's an S tier killer. Just the fact that it can insta and literally just kill a survivor off the bat, especially in campaign of Dead Center, first level in the hotels, the charger is dangerous, and it can just drag a survivor far away from the group. I think, it's pretty scary. Like most people, especially when they're playing, especially on a rooftop campaign, they are sharding themselves whenever they hear a charger. The charger is oh my god, it brings everything together. It's very scary and it's very intimidating. So now we got the jockey. Now the jockey, I don't think it's the worst special infected in the game. It has its perks, also has its cons. It's sometimes a little hard to use, but not really. Other times, it literally can't do much. It just gets destroyed if it starts going at all. And it doesn't really have speed to its advantage, nor stealth. Nor is it like a sniper. It just goes in there, grabs somebody. But the cool thing about it is you can, control where the survivor goes, which is pretty dope. But you can definitely drag the survivor away from the group. But besides that, I don't think it's a very viable special infected. I'm gonna put it as C tier. I just don't think it's as valuable as like a boomer or a smoker, but it has its perks. So the spitter. Now the spitter is very situational in the fact that it can be good because of its of the other special infected, or it can just cause a disturbance and slow the survivors down, which is also pretty good. And it can light up gas cans on the final level of Dead Center when you have to fill up. Jimmy gives you your stock car. The spitter is so good and just slowing the survivors down, wasting all their hard work. But it's very night and day on if it's good or not. But in my opinion, I think the spitter is a B tier special infected. I feel like if it's used right, it will literally cause so much damage and so much slowdown. But if it's not used and wasted, then there was just no point at all. Okay, now we got the witch. Now the witch In my opinion, the witch is it's even more situational than the spitter. Sometimes the witch just despawns. Sometimes it just randomly runs into the fire for no reason. Like on the first level of Dead Center, and it's useless. Other times it just gets gunned down, crowned. Like there's no point especially in versus, there's no point in activating the witch. Maybe he gets one person down, but it's definitely not going to take them down. The witch is, in my opinion, the worst special infected. The fact that you can't even control a witch, first thing foremost, but also it's very, like I said, very situational. It's not going to be like pitch perfect, and it's not going to be able to cause much damage as the other special infected. So that's my opinion. The witch is a D tier. Now we got the tank. Okay, the tank. It's mainly dependent on. It can cause a lot of damage, but also it can get wrecked quickly, especially in versus. Like a good tank versus a bad tank is night and day difference. You can throw rocks with them, which is pretty cool. A smack is pretty nice, and the car insta down, which is pretty scary. But it all depends on if the tank is good or bad. Like if the player is doing it, do they know how to play the tank, or do they not know how to play the tank? And then you got if the tank is if it just catches somebody off guard, spawning in like an NPC tank in a campaign, like something like that. That's also pretty scary. But it can really get countered by Molotovs. That's really like the end basis. It can also get a little bit blinded by Boomer Bile, but in my opinion, I think the tank is a tier special infected. It is very, very good when used properly, and very, very bad when used not properly. But the fact of the matter is, it can be used as a slowdown and allow for like other special infected teammates to begin damage, which is pretty good. So that's my tier list, guys. Agree, disagree. If you have any changes, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be happy to look at it. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see y'all later.